Hi, this is Vijay Pabbathi. I'm the creator of the RBC technique, Re-Booting Cognition Technique. Today, you are going to learn how this method works. You are going to learn how each step works and see whether it works for you. And if you need more science behind this technique and any questions you may have, there is a book. You can read about it, and this video goes well with the book. And before you take it or throw it away, please make sure you try this method a couple of more times in your own time, because sometimes first time may not work for you, maybe second time or third time, suddenly you may find the balance. So before you begin, let us try three different aspects. Number one, please switch off your mobile phones unless you are watching this video through the same phone. This is important. Any vibration in the phone could stop us learning the technique. Please switch off the phone. It's not on the silent. Completely switch off the phone. Number two, please make sure you have a bottle of water, because we are going to use the water as part of the methodology. Third thing is, please remove your shoes unless the weather is very cold. To have the best effect, it's better to remove the shoes. You are welcome to have them if you want to, but try with and without later on. I'm going to remove the shoe as well, just to make sure I'm going to relax with you. Okay, make sure you sit comfortably. When you sit, please make sure, I'm turning one side, make sure your knees are half flexed. Not like that, not like this, but make sure your knees are 90 degrees angle at your knee joint. Before we begin, make sure you know how to feel the pulse. Your pulse, please feel to one of your hands. I'm showing my left hand. You can feel the pulse using any number of fingers. I'll start with 3 so that it's easy to palpate, and then I can remove other fingers. Now I can feel it. If you don't know how to feel the pulse, please consult a nurse practitioner or a healthcare professional or your doctor. Anyone who has medical knowledge will explain how to feel the pulse. Now, when you feel the pulse, please make sure your elbows are totally relaxed in your lap, and use your fingers like that. Or you can use your thumb to feel the pulse on the opposite arm, opposite wrist, and you can simply sit like that so that no one knows what exactly you are doing when you are feeling the pulse. You sit in a way that there is no tension in the body. There's no tension in the neck, no tension in the shoulder. You can quickly take a seated position without tension anywhere in the body and feeling the pulse at the same time. You have a bottle of water, you switched off the phones. Now you know how to feel the pulse. Now you know how to sit without tension in the body. The last thing, before we begin, it's important to learn a particular kind of breathing. I'm going to teach you right now. When you are breathing, how do you breathe? Naturally and normally. I'm going to show my hand to show you how I'm breathing. When my hands moves up, that means I'm breathing in. When my hand moves down, that means I'm breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. I'm going to make some noise. The noise shows my breathing sounds. I'm going to make noise a bit louder to make sure you listen to my breathing. That tells you how I am breathing so that you can practice the breathing as well. As part of this method, the RBC method, we are going to use a particular type of breathing. It's called extended exhalation. I'm going to teach you that how we do it. When you are doing extended exhalation, please look at the picture here. You are looking at a dotted line that shows your natural breathing. Breathe in and breathe out. But you are looking at a pink line on the image. You breathe in normally, like take a deep breath in, and then slowly over the longer period of time, you're exhaling. I'm going to take a deep breath, a gentle pause, and I'm going to breathe out. When I'm moving my hand slowly over a longer period of time, it means I am exhaling slowly over a longer time through my nose. I'm taking a deep breath in, a pause, and I'm exhaling slowly over a longer period of time through my nose as long as it takes. As you see me, I'm not rushing. Please don't come back quickly, immediately back. Leave it longer as long as it takes, and a pause. Let's do it again. This is called extended exhalation. We are going to use this kind of extended exhalation 3 or 5 times in the first part of the method. When I say let's breathe naturally, then we ignore this and then breathe naturally. You're going to listen to my instructions and follow with me. We both do it together. We're going to feel the pulse. At the same time, we are going to use extended exhalation. I'm not going to move my right hand because I'm using feeling the pulse at the same time. We are going to do 2 tasks at the same time. That's the key. Now, if your lungs don't allow you to do that, please practice that first, because it's not like, no, we are going to do it smoothly, gently, over a longer period of time. What it means is we are controlling the respiratory muscles as we wanted. It's all under our, we are taking the control of the whole recovery process in our hands. That's why we are breathing slowly. Let's begin the process. How it works, whether it works, let's not worry about it. Before I begin, before I take a seat and take you through, I have to tell you, let us not believe this is the most important technique in the world. Let's not worry about it. Let's not worry whether it works. We're going to experiment it today. If it works, we'll take it forward. We'll try a couple of more times and see whether it really works for us. If it doesn't work for you, you and me are going to put that away and just move on. The most important thing is what technique works for you is the best technique for you. It's not what I'm telling you. You have to try and experiment to see whether this works for you. Okay, let's begin the process. Let's drink some water. Please drink. And then please make sure you're sitting comfortably without any tension in the body, and make sure your joints, knee joints are half flexed, and please remove the shoes if needed, if the weather is not cold. Now, please close your eyes and keep breathing as I tell you today. You're still feeling the pulse. Please take a deep breath. Hold on a second and slowly release over a longer period of time. Please take a deep breath again. Take a pause. You're still feeling the pulse at the same time. Now we're starting again. Please keep closing your eyes. Take a deep breath. You're still feeling the pulse. Slowly release through your nose over a longer period of time. As long as it takes, there is no rush. No rush, don't rush to come back. Again, please take a deep breath. Pause. You're still feeling the pulse. You're slowly releasing through your nose over a longer period of time. You're still feeling the pulse. Keep your eyes closed. You're still feeling the pulse. Now, keep your eyes closed. As your body allows you, please breathe normally, which means you are taking a little bit of air as much as you want and you are slowly releasing through your nose. As your body allows you, there is no need to continue the extended breathing as the second part of the method. Now, you're still feeling the pulse. You're breathing as much as you want. You're breathing as you like. You're not following any specific type of breathing, but you're still feeling the pulse. You kept your eyes closed. You're still breathing and you're still feeling the pulse. Keep feeling the pulse. As the body allows you, you breathe naturally and normally. You're still feeling the pulse. You're breathing naturally as you prefer. There is a pulse again. There's a gaps between the pulse. You're feeling the thumping sensations of the pulse. There's a gap in the pulse. You're still feeling the pulse. You're naturally breathing. Please keep doing it. Please do not open your eyes until I tell you to do so. Please continue breathing, feeling the pulse. I'm going to do with you, and I'm going to close my eyes. Please do not open your eyes until I tell you. Please open your eyes slowly. Please feel your fingers. Please feel your toes. Let's drink some more water. Have you forgotten the pulse as part of the process? If you did, please congratulate yourself. You have achieved the psychological silence. As part of the method, slowly we lose the pulse. That means we also forget all the sensations. That's supposed to happen if we are in psychological silence. Have you slept during the procedure? If you did, it's okay. It's not abnormal. If body needs rest, of course you tend to sleep. That's natural. But you will practice until to a point where you actually don't sleep but relax. You have to keep practicing. Did you struggle during the procedure? Struggle is not good. If you are struggling, let's call off the day, start all over again. Because if you are making an effort, that effort is another thought. We want all the thoughts to disappear. We want to bring all the thoughts, brain activity, our mind to baseline. If you are making a serious effort, that means your objective of your desire to be quiet make as another tension in the head. So that doesn't reboot you. So what are we trying to achieve? We are trying to achieve a state of mind where there is a absolute psychological silence in which there are no thoughts. If you are thinking anything during the procedure, that thought is another thought. That means there's no rebooting. If you are imagining something during the process, if you recall some object, some favorite food or say favorite person or a favorite place, that means that's another thought. You are not in absolute psychological silence. Have you remembered anything during the process? If your answer is no, congratulate yourself. You have totally rebooted. In fact, you didn't remember where you were, which means you totally forgot the time and space where you were. It's okay. The method is devised for you. Make sure your mind is distracted completely. We are using one distraction as a pulse. So please pay attention. Please palpate your fingers, palpate pulse again. If you remember something, back to pulse again and feel the pulse. Concentrate on the pulse and the breathing naturally. Please don't worry. If you remember something, doesn't matter. Start all over again. A balance between the longer breathing and the feeling the sensations of pulse. Pulse and breathing like two sides of the handle of your bicycle. So you balance that way. Once you find the balance, the moment you find a perfect balance, you disappear in the psychological silence. Please don't trust me. Please verify, experiment, find it yourself. But if you are adding another distraction, it means you are losing the balance. There is a third force acting upon. If your bladder is full, you get distracted because bladder is telling you to go to toilet. So you can't completely, absolutely silent while your bladder tells you to go to toilet. So if your bladder is full, just call off, finish your nature calls, start all over again. If you're hungry, the hunger sensation distracts you. If your tummy is full, you sleep quickly. So in both ways, you are not doing when you are hungry, when your tummy is just full, unless you want to sleep. When you practice it again, when you are learning any technique, takes time. Initially taking for half an hour or 40 minutes of this video. Later on, once you practice, it can happen in less than 3 minutes or less than 5 minutes, depending on how you practice. to rehydrate the body. During the breathing procedure, mouth get dried, there's a lot of moisture goes away from the body, and after the sporting activity, after exhaustion, you're already dehydrated. Make sure body is hydrated enough before you recover, before you follow the procedure. We closed eyes because to stop visual distractions, to conserve the energy. If you don't believe, just close eyes for a minute and see what happens to you, how much energy you gain. So you're gaining energy, you're not wasting the energy, so you're closing eyes. When you do the extended exhalation, that means you're containing a lot of air in your chest over a longer period of time. What it means is you're allowing more time for the gases to exchange in your lungs. More time you allowed, that means more oxygen is taken into the body. That means body is taking as much as oxygen it is required when you allow it to take. That's what. You can sit as you like, but any other posture will create tension in the body. It is important to make sure there is no tension in the body when you sit, because any tension acts as a distraction. We are using two distractions. Number one, we are feeling the pulse. That means we are selectively isolating the sensations of our pulse. Second one is breathing. We are controlling the breathing in a particular way. So on one hand, we are using the pulse to distract our cognition. On the other hand, we are breathing in a particular way as extended exhalation to make sure our mind is distracted for both activities. If you are having glasses, I suggest you to take the glasses off because we don't want any sensations. If you are having a jacket, better to take off the jackets. The RBC stands for Re-Booting Cognition. It's a RBC technique, Re-Booting Cognition Technique. The question is why to reboot? This is like a rebooting a computer. When your system doesn't work, sometimes, occasionally, computer experts they suggest switch off the computer. It reboots. There's a rebooting protocol. So when it reboots, sometimes computer fixes the troubles on its own. That's how it recovers. That's exactly the same technique. We are trying to reboot the cognition and restore the body gases and pH and make sure our cognition is rebooted and the body is recovered. Soon after your exhaustion, in between the sports, whatever the sports you are doing, after your exhaustion, immediately, soon after finishing the sport, find a place to sit and feel the pulse. Start implementing the procedure. If you do it every day, you make your body to adapt to a situation where you can very quickly recover in less than 3 minutes. It's making sure your body is adapting how you recover and use it on the day when millions of people are expecting a medal from you. You can read the book for all the information, how the method works at a body level, at a cellular level, at a molecular level, and together learning from this video. Answer should come from you. Please try whichever method works for you and then use it when needed. This is an additional technique. I'm not telling you this is a replacement for nutritional strategy I'm not telling you this is a replacement to your game tactics, and this is not a replacement for what the guidance given by psychologist. This is an additional technique to you. Having additional technique is an extra resource. What is the difference between you and your opponent team? Both have money, you have your resources, opponents have resources. Opponents have game tactics, you have game tactics. So what's the big difference is how you recover. If you can recover quickly and quite easily, you'll have a chance to reboot, restore, and recover in a very short time. Thank you for watching the video. If you have any questions, please email me and please visit my website. If you want me to customize this technique particularly to your team or to your needs, please contact me. We'll discuss this further. Have a good day.